here to bring you a collective live reading. I hope everybody is doing well. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Comment in the comment section or the chat and let me know if the reading resonates with you. I hope you're doing well. When you like, share, and subscribe, make sure you ring that bell. That way you're notified every time I come on and you don't miss a thing. You might have live guest donation readings, like we had Thursday, yesterday. And then we're going to have some more coming up. Empress Cakes will be joining us again this Sunday and potentially this Thursday. Same time, same bat channel. You know what I'm saying? Same bat station. So I heard a lot of downloads today, but boundaries was the biggest one. And I can't stress enough how important it is to have boundaries. And people think boundaries is for the other person. It's not. It's for you. It's for you to either be able to keep somebody in your life or to set them free. But the boundaries are for you to not cross or allow anybody to cross. That's what the boundaries are for. And somebody has a person in their life that's a bit reckless when it comes to boundaries, like borderline disrespectful, Spirit said. Like they just say and do reckless things to test your gangster, to see if you are really about what you say you're about. What the hell did that come from? I feel like I got a monitoring spirit up in here. Get this special deck. Bear with me. All right, y'all, let's get started. So we're going to start off with the Repair, Evolution, Growth Oracle cards. Peace. Peace. What up? What up? Welcome to the channel. This is Clarityempress. Here to give y'all a collective energy reading. Please like, share, and subscribe. Make sure you ring that bell. That way you're notified anytime I come on. And it is an energetic donation to the channel. Keeps the algorithms going. Feel free to comment in the chat or the comment section. I chat and I comment back, okay? All right, Spirit, give me a message for the collective. What they need to know about these boundaries. Spirit said that somebody will test your boundaries. They will try to draw you out first. This could be something you normally would have addressed, I would say. Spirit said that somebody's going to try to draw you out of your boundaries. What is this? Sacrifice and reclaim. Your strength is needed to pull back your power. Oh, shit. I can't make it up. And gain perspective of the situation. You have gone through an emotional sacrifice for too long. It's time to claim, balance, and nurture your power. Nurture yourself by standing in your power. It is time. So you got somebody in your energy that really is trying to draw you out. And they don't really care about you trying to maintain your power. This person wants your time and or attention. And, they don't want to do the work. They want you to do the work is what I heard. All right. Ralph! What up, Ralphie, baby? Dr. Wally. All right, Spirit, give me more. Creativity and discovery says one of the ways the divine wants to connect with you is through creative expression. It gets you out of your busy mind to feel, listen, and to know how best to flow the energy through you. You're being called to tap into your creative side to recover and discover many talents. Be open to the process and let it flow uh, without judging yourself. Hmm. Tell me more, Spirit. New beginnings and intention. It said new doors are opening. Oh, okay. You awake? This is kind of late for you, ain't it? And new opportunities are here. You are shifting into a higher frequency by honoring yourself and your accomplishments. It is time for a fresh start and a clean slate. You're being asked to only bring your new self into this next chapter. I'm telling y'all, somebody, your boundaries is causing you to shake this person off, or your people, or this situation. It's like you're gonna get your new beginnings. No one's gonna stop you from it. Some people come into your life in and out to me, basically keep you in a cycle and slow down your healing. You know, every time you get to that point of healing, they try to show their face to disrupt your life. Spirit said you're going to have your new beginnings. That's in the hidden energies. That's something they don't understand about you. Tell me more. It's not personal projection. This is the challenge of the lesson. Many times others project their own pain onto you. This is what this person does. The situation is not personal, but rather an opportunity for compassion for yourself and the other person involved. Stop taking the blame by automatically thinking it's your fault. Have discernment of what you own also, but what is also not your problem. Yeah, so I just had a conversation like this with a friend tonight. And we talked about is that there was somebody in her life that she knows doesn't have a certain level of support system. So she feels compassionate for that. But I had to remind her as her friend and as the person that's, not going through that he already showed you how cruel he can be. And don't forget that. And so a lot of times when it comes to your boundaries, when you enact your boundaries, we sometimes cross our boundaries because we feel bad for somebody else instead of feeling compassion for ourselves. And you have to really deal with somebody who knows how to self-evaluate before you can reignite or reopen compassion for the other person. I feel as though whoever this person is for her, they have a very selfish mind state and they're not, trying to allow her to heal. I get this is very similar energy. This person projects. When a person projects their insecurities, their vulnerability, and their pain, mostly their pain, it is up to you to discern, did I cause the pain that they're talking about? No, you didn't do it? Then that belongs to them. It is not for you to heal, to make better, to make it more palatable. It is for you to acknowledge, if anything, and redirect that back to them. Not on a return to sender, but just, hold the mirror up. Look at yourself. That I didn't do it. I didn't bleed on you. I didn't cut you. And if the person can't accept it, then they can't take accountability for themselves. And then you have to discern whether that is something you want to deal with. Where are your boundaries? And how do you take your power back from people that do that to you? Tell me more, Spirit. What's the likely outcome? What at a time? Oops. Woo. Time to evolve decisions. It's not a negative situation, but a necessary one. Having the awareness to see it from your soul's perspective, that you chose much of this before you incarnated, is needed. This releases the victimhood mentality and pulls back your power. We must go through trials and tribulations as an opportunity to evolve. How you choose to interpret the situation hinges on your growth or not. Hinges on your growth or not. Bottom of the deck. Dreams, realize, and manifest. You have the power to create and manifest what you desire. You already have creativity here. When you choose to push outside of your comfort zone and have determination, your dreams become reality. Now is the time to take action and have a clear focus on what you want. The universe works with you to create it by using your manifesting powers for your highest good. That's deep. So, Spirit is saying it's time for you to evolve past whatever this is in your life, to move away from those that project onto you. And you know, one good way to move away from somebody that projects onto you is to leave them alone. You don't need to talk to them. You don't need to respond to them. You don't need to watch them, investigate them, none of that stuff. You just leave them where they are. 9 times out of 10, somebody may have chosen, like it might have been a mutual understanding to move away from a situation or a person, but just leave them alone. You don't have to watch. You don't have to be up front, present in the front seat. Nope. Let them go. Let them go do what they want to do. And then focus on you, because Spirit is saying it's time for you to evolve. So that means you got to come out of your comfort zone and move into a different level. And it requires your creativity and your flexibility. All right? Carmen. Peace, peace, peace. How you doing, Carmen? So it does require your dedication and devotion to self and to healing, and to not allowing somebody to disturb your peace. You know, not allowing somebody to breadcrumb, get you excited to let you down. Or to just basically know what your boundaries are and just not allow at all for anyone to cross. If they look like they're going to cross, check them at the door. All right, tell me more, Spirit. Abundance and security. Money is the energy like anything else. You want it to flow and not feel trapped. Trusting that the universe will take care of you gives off the energy of abundance and expectancy in every dollar you receive. Know that you are supported and money will flow. Help me, Paul. Give me more, Spirit. Taking the leap, courage. Oh, Spirit is really trying to listen. I don't know what you're going through right now. Whoever this resonates for, okay? But Spirit is saying, listen, it's time to evolve. It's time to take the leap of faith and money and security. You have to believe that Spirit is going to take care of you. Now, we got some tumultuous times coming ahead. We really do. Shit look bleak. It do. But it's going to get worse before it gets better. We just don't know the timeline. In the meantime, everything is not going to crumble under everyone's feet, but there will be challenges. Spirit wants you to believe in yourself, your creativity, and the fact that you can manifest abundance. Says you have to let go of something good to get something great. Taking the leap into the unknown can be scary, but you're being called to have faith in yourself and in the universe. If you want to experience the next level of success, you cannot stay comfortable. Enjoy the journey. Ciao. Oh, Carmen, I got something to tell you. I forgot I didn't fill you in. I was like, somebody missing. But I'll tell you over the phone. But yeah, I got something to tell you. But so yeah, I think Spirit wants you to cast some things aside and just put yourself out there. You know what I'm saying? Go without fear. Challenge yourself. Acknowledge the ends and just go. All right. Let's see what the money deck says. I feel like this is about money moves, or you know what it is, like, you know how people talk about when a woman uh leaves a man, all of a sudden she looks better, she changes, she blossoms or whatever. I'm not saying all men, okay, but I'm just saying that's what's being said, right? And I just feel like there are many who have been held back by me, maybe by the emotions of a masculine energy. It no longer serves you to either be male centered or to be stuck on somebody who is not stuck on you or not respectful of you or whatever that case may be. It's time to surrender that connection. It's time to understand who it is, what they are, what they do, that it's not healing, it's not helpful, and it's probably full of red flags. So, Spirit wants you to release it because you have abundance here. And then you have the ability to manifest, should you allow it. I'm pretty sure a lot of people, when they get in that relationship, they manifest for the person surrounding the person that they're with. Whatever the person needs are, they meet the needs. You know what I'm saying? They try to keep lack away and focus on their person, right? But Spirit is saying this person, if this person is not bringing more than, I guess, finances to the table, you should deeply consider where this is evolving to. Okay. It says closed door. Yeah, you're supposed to close a door. No good job opportunities. The current job is coming to the end. Start all over again. Yeah, you were supposed to end something with somebody or a situation in the past. Could be a job, could be a business. Could be a lot of things, but you're supposed to. That's over. That's why it's closed doors. There's new doors opening up. Tell me more, Spirit. Strengthened by your boundaries. Yeah, fruits of labor. It's time to reap the I was about to say the benefits, but same thing. The fruits of your labor and become rich. Now that's clarifying abundance. So, you know. All right, let me just. I'm not gonna go there. That's personal. Tell me more, Spirit. Oh, guardian angel. You listen, as you have been concerned about how things are going to play out in your life, Spirit wants you to not be concerned. Talk to your guardian angel. Tell them what you need, right? Not as if they don't know, but they need to know that you're paying attention, that you can feed their energy like they are supporting yours. Tell me more. Alchemy, it's using witchcraft, occult, and learning God's tools transform the situation. I just feel like it's time to use a little bit of sprinkle your magic and fairy dust on whatever you got going on. It's time to use your methods, maybe methods of prayer, meditation, manifesting techniques, affirmations, whatever. It is time to use all the tools in your toolbox to manifest what it is you're looking for. Time to narrow it down, like a recipe list or a tool list. What are your tools in your arsenal to help you get where you want to be? Have you written those things, those items down so that you can focus on manifesting it? You know? Tell me more, Spirit. And public face. Follow your heart and become who you want to be. Earn a reputation. It's good. I'm sorry, it's okay to be yourself. You are going to manifest and evolve. Duality. Do not forget the dual nature of people. Don't lose your vigilance, right? Um, add a Q&A sticker. $1 for shout out. What? Okay, thank you. Okay. What does this mean? I don't know what this is, y'all. I don't know what this is. They offering it. Someone tried a little tool. It's $1 for a shout out. How that work? I don't know. We can give it a try, y'all. But I'm gonna just put this up here. YouTube trying to be TikTok so bad, but let's see what they doing. I don't know. Anyway, the duality. Do not forget. So if this is an offer or a person offering themselves, right? Spirit said, don't forget who they were, right? Let them show you unequivocally. I can't even say the word. You understand what I'm saying? Like, in an unmatched way, they should be able to show you how transformed they are. Um, don't fall for anything less than what you deserve, Spirit said. There's somebody in your energy that um is a bit two-faced. They the spirit said they talk out of two sides of their mouth. So what that means to me is that one minute they're down with you, and then the next minute they're down with somebody else that's probably against you. You gotta check that dual nature of people. Um, because it sounds like this person could love on your enemy just like they could love on you. And no matter what the capacity is, they could try it. Yep. Don't forget that. And because, you know, a lot of times we will believe somebody on face value, think that they mean us no harm. But then the harm comes, and then hindsight is 2020. And we look back and it's like, wow, there was red flags all along. And I ignored them. Spirit said, don't ignore them. It's time to evolve. Time to let go. Time to close those doors. And to step ahead in life. A bit more spirit. I don't even know what to do with this, honestly. Fertility, you are right. There's abundance here and fertility. You are ripe with ideas and possibilities. You are ready for the fruits of your labor. Spirit is like in the process of propping you up. Not even just supporting you, but literally propping you up for the things that you do. For just being the person that you are. Spirit is saying you deserve the props that you're getting. And you are abundant. Tell me more, Spirit. Wow. Okay, so sooner or later luck comes to listen. If you have done the work, meaning you have set a situation or a person free. I feel like it's either or. Take it how it resonates. But you have done the work to release it, to let it go, to move on from it. Spirit said you're going to be winning sooner or later. So whatever the case may be, it's coming, right? It's coming. You ever had somebody come at you kind of crazy? Maybe colleagues at work coming at you crazy. Maybe some challenges at home. It's like, And back in the day, groups of people, like, how can I put this? Groups that we were connected to used to come and rally around people. But nowadays, people don't do that. They don't support people. So you gotta. It's like we're in a new hyper independent era, which causes us to have to walk away from the groups that no longer are supportive, like they were when we had village mentality. But there's group thinks in those groups. If you understand what group think is, where birds of a feather flock together, and when they don't align with your goals, you are required to release and let go. This is the same for individual relationships too. When they don't align with who you are and your goals, it is time to walk away and let that go. Yeah, I don't know what that thing is. I don't even know how to take the damn thing off. I just said, okay, I'm gonna try it. You want to try it now? Yeah, fuck it. Let me try it. What is it? I don't know. Do not want to love deck. Uh, what is heat is heating? Oh, there we go. Lights here. $1 for shout out. Why would I need that anyway? I don't understand what YouTube is trying these days. How do you even do that? Oh, wait a minute. I said drag to end it. Hold on. I'm trying to put it in the trash bin and it won't let me. That's some bullshit. That don't make no sense. Ooh wee! This fell out. 9 of Swords. Whatever you left behind was stressful. Kept you up at night. It was like it never could work out. You knew it couldn't work out. Whatever it was, it couldn't work out. It was more mental gymnastics and brain power than needed. It was too much. Spirit said it was just too much. It was stressful. Raise your cortisol levels. You might even have more weight on you because of it. It just was too much. Spirit said you're releasing that. That's past energy. Uh-oh. Just dropped the card. Oh, yeah. And now look, coming out of the cold. 5 of Coins in reverse. That means when you might have felt impoverished with that stressful situation, now you're recuperating. Let's see. Drag here. Why won't you go away? Oh, it went away. Okay, good. Tell me more, Spirit. And then we got Empress in reverse. So there is divine timing here, but I feel like this is a reminder that certain things aren't meant to fix. Certain things are meant for you to keep putting your energy into. Certain things are just meant to let go, walk away. Some things just aren't meant to be. That's what I'm getting. Tell me more, Spirit. Well, you know what? I'm going to pull that Rebel tonight. Yeah, the Moon card. There's a lot of delusion and hidden energy in the situation. Whether the person's energy is a little delusional or yours. Or you just have some unanswered questions that need clearing or clarifying. And that's the challenge and the lesson, getting that clarification. Tell me more, Spirit. And then 8 of Wands. I feel like, you gonna do all right. With the public face, 8 of Wands, time to evolve, creativity, abundance is here. It might seem stressful. It might seem like things weren't gonna work. It might seem as though there are a lot of hidden secrets. And there may be all of that. You still come out on top, Spirit said. You still manifest. You still win. I like that energy. Hello. Bottom of the deck. Yeah, no more in and out energy. No more accepting any recklessness or risky behavior. No more of that. Knight of Wands in reverse. You're not entertaining risky behavior. You're not even being risky with anyone. You're not opening yourself up to nonsense or cycles again. So, listen, I don't know. You've been working hard these days. I just feel like whatever this situation is, your boundaries have to just be firm and strong, emotionally, mentally, and all that. But physically, or personally, you're going to manifest. Like, you are manifesting. The energy that you're pouring back into yourself and keeping your power to yourself is definitely paying off, is what I'm getting. Um, Paying off so much that, whoever, I don't know, try to belittle you or put you down or play with you or whatever, that person is suffering some sort of consequences for their action, especially with the temperature reverse, or they may even be numbing, because your boundaries are strong, your power is back. And then when you manifest, the reason why you manifest is because Spirit said you've been a good, empathetic, compassionate person that has been pouring into people in or situations. And now that they said they finally got your attention and you're finally pouring back into yourself, they can now help you manifest 10 times more than you expected. Like Spirit said, you're going to get more than you thought you were going to get. Your value is a lot higher than you imagined. And then the way this person, hey, Aya, what's going on? But the way this person or situations that you have, they have to deal with those murky feelings. The fact that you are moving on, or the fact that you are manifesting. You will manifest before people's eyes, honestly. And it's not because you're trying to be on some nan and the boo boo. You know how I feel about that. But it's kind of like you, at this point, are deserving for everyone to know your greatness. So those that might have attempted to hold you back, play with your energy, breadcrumb, whatever, even jobs that like, oh, I'll give you a better position if you don't leave. Anybody that came on Johnny Come Lately because they didn't want to acknowledge your abilities, your statue in life. All of them have to take a back seat when you make your move. And I heard Spirit say, make your move your best move. And moving on has to do with pulling your power back. You know what I'm saying? And it's time to evolve. Decisions, decisions, decisions. You are going to be very, very busy. Very busy. Aya, you missed us yesterday. We had live donation readings with Sister Empress Cakes. She'll be back on Sunday and Thursday. But yeah, y'all missed it. That's okay, because, we got lives. And we be doing a lot. So I understand. But I did miss you last night. Definitely missed you. Tell me more, Spirit. Whoa. Sheesh. Okay, these three were forced out of my hand. So with the Nine of Swords, we also got the Eight of Swords. You might have been in a very stressful situation, very emotional about it. Had to learn how to not be in nostalgia energy with someone or something. Like I said, when you invested in people and places and things, it's really hard to not get emotional. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to release a thing. But Spirit, look at her hands. She is releasing it. Like, I'm hearing Spirit saying, job well done by being obedient. She is releasing what no longer serves her. And no matter how far they go in the past with it, she's let go because she's moving in the flow of things. I was telling somebody yesterday, I had to kind of bring them up to speed on something. And I said, you know, I personally don't like fighting with people about my presence or to be considerate of me. I feel like once I have to fight because somebody's inconsiderate with me, I'd rather just walk away. I said, now, the person I was telling, I was like, yeah, I feel like I have a courtesy and I have a lot of respect for you to not just walk away without you knowing the reason. But yeah, I don't, anything with super high resistance, I realize that's usually a no. I don't do resistance well. Now, there are some things I put my foot down on, and it requires me to step up into my power, you know, at those times, meaning step up into my masculine energy and take charge. There are times I have to do that, but depending on the situation, if it's too much resistance, that's a no. I'm not gonna argue with you. You can have it, whatever it is, whomever it is, wherever it is. You got it. You got it. I'll let you win or feel like that's what it is. You may win whatever you thought you wanted. That stupid prize is all yours. All yours. I'm going to stay and remain in my power and my peace. First and foremost. Peace, Queen Soul. Long time no see. Missed you. Yep. 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 I even said that to her, Carmen. I said, you know, what was happening, I said to the person, I said, you know, there are ways to say go away or I don't like you or I don't want you around. And there's ways to do those things. I said, and this person chose to do it. I said, it's okay. I don't need to be around. But you're going to miss my energy when I'm gone. I know that. And I'm not lacking anything, right? So I'm not lacking opportunities for sure. Collaborators, partnerships. I'm not lacking because it pushed me out of my comfort zone. I'm picking up more and more and more, right? So whatever I was just observing and giving somebody feedback on the behavior of an individual. They have been coming to respect. And I was like, oh, okay, well, I think you need to think about it. And I'm okay. So I'm looking at this situation where it's time to evolve, abundance, all of that. I received that energy for myself, but I do feel like I am talking to my collective. It's not just me. And I'm realizing for a lot of us that the more we let go of people, places, and things that do not serve us, the better off we are, the happier we are, the more content we are, the more peaceful we are. You know what I'm saying? And people can't just come and disturb that peace when we stand in our power. Because what you're not going to do, I'm not going to allow you to get me out my skin. Even if I've done it before, I'm not doing that anymore. My peace is too valuable. And with that peace, I use that peace to manifest. That's what Spirit is basically saying. You are creative. Yes. Yes. Right, Queen. Right. You are creative. You are, and that with that creativity draws in your abundance. And no matter what the nostalgic people say, the breadcrumbers, the gaslighters, and all the people lying to themselves, because that's what they're doing, is lying to themselves, right? No matter what they say, you're moving with power and intention. I watched this video today, and I got into a little debate with a friend. Not a debate, like argument, just trying to break down what he was saying. But there's this guy, and I wish I knew his name, because I do follow his videos. don't know his name. Anyway, he said, you ever meet somebody with horrendous energy and you want to scream to the rooftops, like, leave this motherfucker alone? You know, the type of person that walk into a room and the temperature drop and you get, you know, goosebumps or whatever. He said, but yet everybody around you is fine with them. Huh. He said that 6 months down the line, when the shit hits the fan, now everybody's looking at you like a genius. When, especially the ones you did reveal it to. He was like, those people exist. And he said, now for him, this is where the, you know, question came in with a friend. For him, it's not intuition, it's not spiritual stuff. It's just, I've seen that person before, and I wholeheartedly agree that I've seen this person before type shit. But for me, I feel before I know, meaning I get a feeling before there's a physical manifestation of that feeling, if that makes sense. A lot of us mask that gift in ourselves because we don't understand it. We let people talk us out of it. But when you are in situations and places and things and you get them spidey senses tell you, yeah, this ain't it, you need to go, listen to that. It's time to go. When you get the urge that this person's vibe is not right, listen to it. And don't let nobody convince you, no, they're fine. You know, because the person I talked to tried it. And I was like, yeah, maybe for you, but not for me. And I said, you know, that's a whole lot, another thing. But I picked up on that person's horrendous energy before we had an exchange. And it was just first glance. And I said, you know, I have to listen to my intuition because it's 1,000% right if I listen to it the first time. Like whatever I feel. And so I listened to it and I said, Spirit said, yeah, not that one. And I didn't realize I was going to find it. And I feel like they got a devil energy about them. So I feel like, and they are Capricorn, I feel like they pick up on my energy as being polar opposite. So we not gonna rock. But the shit gonna hit the fan. And it's gonna stick. I did a TikTok video yesterday. I just came on TikTok. I haven't posted in a minute. And I talked about, I'm just gonna leave y'all with this story and then I'll pull a couple more cards. But I talked about my encounter with Salt and Pepper the rap artist, when I was 13. Now, I used to go to the garden, Madison Square Garden, excuse me, we call it the garden. So I used to go to the Madison Square Garden in New York City and watch the Knicks games. My stepmom, who worked for Chase Manhattan Bank, used to get these fabulous tickets. Now, it wasn't a box seat, but it was right next to Walt Chamberlain. Walt Chamberlain? I think it was Walt Chamberlain. When we always sat across from him, and he was in a commentator's box, I guess you call it. Anyway, that would require us to be in a particular area. So it wasn't necessarily common for me to see other famous people besides him. But this particular day, I saw Salt and Pepper. Now, Pep was on against the wall with talking to two dreads. Now, for us, dreads means Rastafarian dudes with dreads. Okay, so she's standing on the side of the wall. She's glamorous. She's in all leather. She's looking good. But I didn't pay her no mind because I noticed Salt. Salt was shorter than I thought she would be. I didn't know what to think, but I didn't realize she'd be shorter than me. She had no makeup on, acne all over the place, but she was clearly looking exactly like what I've seen. So I walked over to her and I told my stepmom, I'm going over there to see if that's her. I politely said to her, are you Salt from Salt and Pepper? And she said, looked me dead in my eye and was like, no, baby, I'm sorry, I'm not. Now her voice is exactly the same. So I looked at her. On my mind, I said, bet. But I said to her, oh, okay. I turned around, went to my stepmom, and then I started to walk down the hall because it was time to go into the garden. So I got into this turnstile area that lets us in, or used to let us in. I don't know what it looked like now. And when I was crossing, as I was crossing, my stepmom was calling me. And she's like, wait, hold on, hold on. And I turned around. I'm like, what's up? She was like, oh, she stopped me, talking about Salt, and she apologized to me because the look on my face said a lot. And she said she did not want to she didn't want to acknowledge that it was her because that tends to draw a crowd. And she, it was a lot of people in the hallway. So she didn't want it to be like, oh my God, it's Salt from Salt and Pepper or something. She thought she was incognito or whatever you want to call it, right? I just remember my stepmom saying that to me, and I was like, yep. All right, let's go. It's time to go to the game. Like, I could care less. I was done. She lied right there in my face. She could have said discreetly, yes, but could you be quiet about it, or, not make a fuss or anything, like, only because I don't want to draw a crowd or something like that. She could have said that to me. I came polite and quiet. So, it didn't ruin my fandom for her. Like, I'm not a big fan person of whatever, but it let me know, don't put your trust or that energy to any man. They'll lie in your face. And I was over it. So 13-year-old me didn't give no benefits of the doubts. Didn't care about the subsequent transaction. She already ruined it from the rip. And then as I got older, I started giving people the benefit of the doubt. Now, why I started doing that, I don't know. But that has gotten me into a lot of stuff that I didn't need to be in. Not anything too bad, but I should have stuck with my gut. That is the whole point of what I'm saying to you. Trust your gut with people. Now, okay, I don't hate her for what she did. I don't. I'm not mad at her for any reason, to be honest with you. But it just taught me a powerful lesson. And now me, as my big age, reflecting on my 13-year-old self, I realized, yeah, I'm back to, I don't care. I'm done. I'm done allowing anybody to cross my boundaries or crossing my boundaries for someone. You know what I'm saying? Like, not doing that. People who playing in my face and lying in my face, not interested in that. People who can't show me radical change could kick rocks. And I am good. And I'm not looking for no change from anybody. To be honest with you, I could care if you change, good for you. I'll be happy for you. I will. But I don't need nothing from you. I don't. And it's a good and comfortable place to be in because I'm doing no harm. I'm sipping my water and I'm minding my business, as we should. I think she saw the look in my eye and of disgust I had for her for standing there lying to me. But it couldn't be helped. I had to move on. I don't know what the look was that I gave her, but it was enough for her to stop my stepmom. Like, wait. She could have even signed something, but be honest with you, I probably put it in my pocket and washed it away. That type of thing. I could care less. All right, let's pull some Rebel and be out. Spirit, give me a message for the collective. What they need to know. I'm going to tell y'all again, if you didn't see last night, Rebel is not nice. They are not kind cards, but they tell you the truth. All right, tell me more, Spirit. Shit going down with your job. Uh-oh. Reevaluate, change your perspective, or fucking quit. Closed door. It's time to evolve. It's time to grow. That was the first card. Things could stress you out. Let it go. Said you need a big fucking hug. Squeeze. It's time to offer some delta waves to yourself. A hug and squeeze yourself. Tell me more, Spirit. You need a good fucking cry. It's time to purge that energy. Get it out. Get the ugly cry on. Let that shit go. Your soul will thank you. If you having a hard time releasing it, it's okay. Just allow yourself to do it. Do the work. Do the work is go ahead and purge. Don't worry about how long you cry. Just cry. Just get it out. You may not cry as long as you think. May not hurt as much as you thought. Or you can remember the hurt to not put yourself in a situation over and over again. Tell me more. Mm-hmm. Stop obsessing. That's a challenging lesson. You're not the fucking center of the universe. Listen, um, sometimes we feel like we're the only ones that have a solution for somebody else's shit. No, you're not. You're not the center of the universe. You may have the best solution. You may have a solution. But allow that person to seek out their own solutions. Allow them to work out their shit. Pull your energy back. You're not required to do so. Tell me more. As ask a fucking expert. If you need to go to therapy, go. If you need some plumbing work, get a plumber. If you need whatever you need, get the expert and ask them. Okay? It says don't rely on your friends or the internet. Listen to a damn professional. Somebody who know what the fuck they talking about and what they doing. It's time. Bottom of the deck. I don't know what this means. Oh, figure shit out on your own. So, figuring shit out on your own is also a form of asking for help. Well, you know what? I need a therapist. How do I find a therapist? Google there, Chrome or whatever they call it. You look it up, compare reviews. You know what I'm saying? And then try to get on their books if you need a doctor. But ask a fucking expert. If it's a mechanic, go to a real mechanic who is proven to work on people's cars and work. Whatever the scenario is, make it fit for you. Make it fit, not forcing it. Just make sure it fit. He said, "Nah, this is universal." Every time I told my doctor I had something, he said, "Stop Googling." 2 years later, a specialist diagnosed cycler. I told him, wow. Listen, took my daughter to the doctor, and she wanted to prescribe a common medicine. And I said, I really I don't like those. She's like, ugh, why? What's the problem? And I said, well, many people I've known that have been on them have had issues. One gained a lot of weight. Another person was immunocompromised most recently, to be honest with you. I said, I'm not a doctor, and I don't pretend to know what they all do. All I know is people I know have had some adverse reactions to it. She's like, oh, it's just to do this. It's supposed to do that, blah, blah, blah. And then my daughter was like, yeah, well, you know, my cat was administered the same type of medicine. And before she could finish, she was like, are you seriously telling me about your cat? I said, well, that's her only point of reference. And where I have humans, she knows that the cat was prescribed something the same, and we had to stop that day. Yeah, that wasn't the reason. I said it was the reason, and the doctor recommended we stop giving it to her. Well, it's not. This is not that, and this is not that, and this is not that. And I was like, wow, wow. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I'm just like, yeah. I mean, I don't know, y'all. The medical establishment, we go because we know we gotta go talk to a professional. But I don't believe that they know exactly what they talking about. But I want to hear your opinion first. Then if I decide there's something different, then I decide something different. That's the risk I'm willing to take. But I'm gonna talk to you first. You know what I'm saying? So y'all take it. Here is important. Take it how it resonate. If it don't resonate, y'all don't take it. But know that you are the shit. If you need some help, ask a fucking expert. But use discernment and intuition. Get a second opinion. According to Aya, that's probably the best thing you can do. And don't wait too long to do so. Because I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go to a specialist. We'll go to a specialist. And she was just like, I mean, yeah, you can do this and you can do that. Like, yeah. Now my child is like, I just wanna change doctors. I said, I don't blame you. Cause that condescending conversation didn't make no damn sense. Maybe she hears shit like that all day, every day, and she tired of hearing it. But damn it, don't project that bullshit on us. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, well, luckily this one is grown, so she can disagree. She's the one that was like, I want to change doctors. I was like, oh shit. Word. Okay. All right, y'all. So thank you for coming tonight. I appreciate the like, shares, and subscribe. Hanging out with me. I'll be back. I should be back tomorrow. I say should because sometimes I take Saturdays off because I know I'm gonna be back here on Sunday. But I don't know. I might. If I feel froggish, I'm gonna leave. You know what I'm saying? Love you too, Veronica. Thank you for coming. And I'm gonna holler at y'all later. In the meantime, peace.